Hi everyone, welcome. FPLMattDay here, and this is my wildcard draft for Game Week 9 for those managers that are yet to play their wildcard. Obviously, been on an international break, so this is a great opportunity to wildcard ahead of Game Week 9 onwards. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and get your comments in and let me know what you think of this wildcard draft. But look, let's get straight into it. Share the screen and go in here and go with my keeper to begin with using the FPL transfer planner as usual. And here is the goalkeeper, Turner, this week, home to Luton. Nottingham Forest, number one for now, kept a clean sheet in the previous game week. For me, still remains one of the best options as a goalkeeper, whilst he still has his number one spot. I don't think Forest are going to change that anytime soon. Obviously, they've got Vlachodimos, who they've signed him from Benfica, but I think Turner will keep his spot for now. So he's the keeper on this wildcard draft. Let's go into my defence. And I've got a back four there, and I'm really liking the Trippier pick if you're on a wild card, of course. He's been on fire over the last few game weeks. So home to Crystal Palace for him. Dan Burn from Newcastle as well, another cheap Newcastle option that you can easily switch out in future game weeks if you don't want to continue with the Newcastle double up. And then Matt Cash, another popular pick. You could also look at Digne, but his place could be under threat once Moreno is fully fit for Villa. And then I've got Pedro Porro in there from Tottenham. Him or Udogie, either one of them you can interchange. Porro for me just slightly edges it. I'm liking his attacking threat, but either of those Spurs defenders are popular picks for me in that defence. So let's go into the midfield. Midfield four, going in for the wildcard for Game Week 9. Maddison and Spurs double up. I still think that's a priority for this game week on a wildcard. And then you can switch one of them out in Game Week 10 for an Arsenal midfielder, whether it's Saka or Martinelli, because they've got Sheffield United at home. So for me, you can still look at doing that. It could be a Maddison to Martinelli, or it could be a Son to Saka, because I think you'll need at least one of those transfers potentially, depending on Saka's fitness and obviously Martinelli's form, as he did score in the previous game week against Man City. And then Neto away at Bournemouth. He could be a potential keeper all the way up until the new year for me. He's looking good almost every week. Wolves are improved under Gary O'Neill. They're attacking games, and he's just looking like he's on another level this season, and this is a great fixture for him. Then Salah, I think if you're on a wild card, you have to get Salah in. Still one of the highest scoring players this season so far. Got a couple of goals against Brighton without really having many shots on goal, which makes me think when he does have one of those games where he's on one of his Salah rampages, he's going to score huge. So for me, if you're on a wild card, it has to be Salah in there. So let's go to the front two on a wild card, and everyone talks about selling the big man Erling Haaland. You can't sell Erling Haaland, not ahead of Brighton at home, who are conceding a lot of goals of late. This could be a goal fest. Haaland for me, captain if you're on your wild card this week. Keep Haaland, don't get rid of him yet. There's options to swap him out if you really need to, but don't do it for this fixture. And then Ollie Watkins gives you that Aston Villa coverage. I know there's also the likes of Diaby that you can put, who's a midfielder. So he's an option in there as well. But I think Watkins will cover that Aston Villa attack, is returning most weeks, whether it's a goal, whether it's an assist. So for me, that's my favourite front two for now on a wild card. Let's go on to the substitutes bench. And Areola, easy number two option, rotates really well with Turner. Archer, cheap and cheerful striker rotation. And then Taylor from Burnley is getting minutes for Burnley. Have to have him in at that really cheap price point. And then Chukwuemeka Wamika, who was playing minutes for Chelsea up until his injury. He's now back fit. He's only 4.3 million. That's a potential huge midfielder enabler if he starts getting some minutes for Chelsea in that midfield as some cheap bench fodder. So let's go through to the full lineup here, as you can see on screen. 4-4-2 for now. 0.4 on the bank with my team value. I'm not sure what yours is going to be like. 64.8 points predicted for this week. But for me, this squad can get you through the next few game weeks quite easily. You could do that Son move to Saka. It gives you spare change in the bank, then ahead of what would be game week 11. So you could save 2 in game week 11. and use some of that change to maybe upgrade a bench player if you need to, or look at the next fixture swing. For me, this team covers a lot of the gaps over the next few weeks, and it's my favourite wildcard team going into game week 9. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Look out for plenty of shorts, an FPL Essentials video, and a deadline stream coming up all the way up until that deadline on Saturday, an hour and a half before the opening game between Liverpool and Everton. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Which players are you picking? Which players would you change? Please let me know, and I will see you all in the next one. I'm FPLMattDay. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.